Hello everybody, we're back with this build. We're getting her done as we go, and we welcome you to the episode, to the channel, to the good one that I'm hoping you're having. And as always, I do thank you and appreciate all the awesome you bring to my little channel, and to any channel you visit, really. So let's get on with it. Do us a little bit of shopping here. So while we are just doing that, and we're filling in the areas here that are kind of got left. So I was running low on blocks. It was kind of a sad day. Good thing I had some money. But I would like to mention stuff like the Saturday Showcase, where your cool and original techs could have a video of their very own. And all you need to do is have a cool and original snapshot of those techs. Follow it through the Saturday Showcase auditions link down in the description. Post it on the thread it takes you to, and from there I will make the best dang video I can out of it. And while you're down there, maybe take notice of the new Tekka project link. If you'd like to get in on some community-based action while we build up a world, you're more than welcome. And all you got to do for that one is follow that link. Make sure you watch the video and read through the first post, because it's got some really handy, useful information. Handy, useful, that's extra useful, isn't it? And if you do follow it pretty closely, your citizen will be able to pretty much take part in everything that is planned and is not even thought of yet for New Tekka. Because it really kind of bummed me out. It bummed me out if I built a citizen and he couldn't go on, say, an amusement park ride. Oh, that's something I do plan on doing at some point. I'd like a roller coaster, and a Ferris wheel, and a maze, and maybe some other kinds of rides. I'm not sure what yet. That's the unplanned part. The idea is thought of, but the follow-through has not been planned as far as what rides to put in. But know that they can be there, and they will be there at some point. It does take a while for that one, though. There's a lot to go into it, because it being a whole world kind of build, it's something. And honestly, I've been having a lot of problems with the saves. Well, my initial save I made had everything all in one save. One of my edited saves, it bugged out, crapped out, things got screwy, so I had to redo them. Now, I've been working on them still. I've just been doing it when it feels good, because I don't want to be pushing myself and that, and then doing a whole bunch that I'm not really into doing at the moment, because then I'm going to lose interest, and then it's going to take even longer. And then the videos take a lot of editing. So that takes a long time too. So just bear with me. I haven't forgot the project. I haven't let it die. I'm just taking my time so I can do the best I can at it. And I am trying to learn new things to make it even better than I already think I can make it. So I think it's a pretty good reason. But you know, there is another thing. It's not a link per se, but it is pretty cool in its own rights, I guess. It's that multiplayer stuff. And if you'd like to get in on some of that, the deathmatch is what we got right now. They took out the creative co-op. Kind of bummed about that. But every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I host some games, and you are more than welcome to join in, get in on some good battling. And, yeah, you could be the next one who blows me up a bunch. Because I'm not the best at it. I'm alright, I'll say. I'm alright. I might blow you up too, though. Ah. But that's the thing, you know, it's all for the fun. We're not out here. I don't go out and make fun of people if I blow them up. I don't give them a hard time. I just appreciate the fun they all help me have. Just like building. Building still is my most favorite part of this game, though. The campaign, I like doing that once in a while just so I can help out in my ways, report bugs and stuff, and you know, I am a Canary tester for the game. I haven't really been doing a lot of Canary testing, so I just play the same playthroughs you guys are playing recently. But I always make sure, well, I do my best. I can't say I always do, but I do my best to send in as many bug reports as I can that I find. And I'd ask you guys to do the same thing, and gals, sorry. That's just me being old school and referring to people in general as guys. And just so we can help the developers locate, isolate, and destroy those bugs. Because bugs kind of suck. So we'll get this rounded out here. Bug-free, I do say. We had a few bugs early on in this campaign playthrough. It made me wonder if I even want to continue on. But they seem to have kind of went away. At least the ones that were worrying me. Like things coming in duplicated in the same spot that were causing problems with, frames per second. I had a crash because of it, and things like that. And I thought it was going to corrupt the save, but I gave it that one more try, and it carried on. It kept going, and we got to this point, so, you know, it's got to be alright to some extent. Or I wouldn't have even started building this. I would have went to the R&D or the creative to do this. But yeah, we're just kind of getting her all angly and everything, because I do hope to have magnets on here at some point. I'm not exactly sure where, but the biggest problem with having magnets is if you got things in spots where all the blocks can get hung up on. Then you throw your skew down to pick them all up, and next thing you know, they're all jammed into everywhere, and they don't come out. You got to spend who knows how long taking them out. Well, I don't like that. So I'm trying to keep it as aerodynamic, which doesn't really help for speed, but, you know, it will help for the blocks to pass by things. Yeah, missed a spot, dang it. Get this out on like that. Because believe it or not, I got an idea for them. Not sure how great of an idea it is, because it is actually making my saws protrude less, but it does give me a lot of defensive capabilities, because this big old beast ain't going to be able to whip around like that little guy I have. No frickin' way. Shit, too big. I'm almost thinking the next BattleTech I make, I might just make it for terrain capable. I'm not going to worry so much about melee. But you know, the thing is, if our plasma cutters were able to detect rocks, like the drills do, they bump into them, and you know, they start, so you don't have to hit the spacebar and fire your weapons. But if they could actually detect their effective range, and anything in there, like the rocks, the crystals, the trees, would activate that, I think that would be, that'd be frickin' awesome. Because I could make this tech way nicer and function a lot better, and it would be the way I want it. But that ain't the case. So hopefully that is something that they come up with and think of. I should probably make the suggestion, but honestly I forget them all the time. I'll say them while I'm making the videos and that, and then I never even think of it afterwards. I always forget stuff. So if you want, throw that suggestion in there. I don't even care if you give me the credit for the idea. Maybe you've had the idea already yourself, you know, that's cool, but the main thing I would like is that the game gets that. Because I think it would really help everything. It would make it a lot more fun. Bigger techs would be more possible. Easier to do. And in general, it would just be a bonus to the game. It wouldn't be a hindrance. It wouldn't be an overpowered possibility, I don't believe. It just makes sense. But they have been talking about weapon groupings and hotkeys and stuff like that, so I could even see that being maybe an easy replacement for it. Depending how easy that really is to do, I'm not sure. But I would like to see them detect stuff. Like our megatons and all those turning guns, they detect when there's an enemy around. So why can't our plasma cutters detect when there's an obstacle or an enemy around? Makes sense to me. I don't know. I'm not a coder. I don't make games. I play games. I really like to play games. And I can come up with ideas. I just don't know how hard they are to actually implement. But we're getting this baby all bubbled up on the outside here. It's looking like it's covered fairly good. Now those two front corners, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with them. So I'm probably going to leave them for now. Ah, crap, I ran out. I need more blocks. Got no blocks. That's not good. So we'll buy a few, I guess. By few, I mean like 40. Oh, I guess we only bought 20-something. Huh. Ah, well. that's enough to cover that in anyway. We'll get this kind of wrapped up, and we'll get maybe our base part worked on a little bit. Because the nice thing with what I want to do is everything's going to be able to work on the move. I was thinking of putting crafting on this too, though. I'm not sure, though. It takes up a lot of room if you want to cover all 4 cores. Especially with the way the crafting is, because you need a lot of component factories. It's either going to make it really tall and possibly fugly, or it's going to just take up this whole space. And I still want to have some more, well, I want to put missiles up on top here, some cruise missiles. Because honestly, they're the most effective thing in the game. As far as range and damage and all that. Like, it just makes sense to have them. Especially when some of these little small little freaking techs, they got like 9 of them on there, and then all they do is they show up, shoot once, and blow me the hell up. Not in this thing, but they will blow a lot of other techs up. They've done it to me before. Dirty bastards. I was not impressed either. And for some reason, it almost seems like missiles go right through shields. Not sure why, but it does. Like the cruise missiles anyway. Which I don't particularly care for that idea. I don't think anything should really go through the shields. Melee, I can see that. Sorta, but not really even. They should have to grind on the shields, draw power, drain power, and then the shields go down quicker than, you know, just normal consumption like I'm using now. But I don't know. I know one time before they did that, and it caused a lot of bouncing around and screwiness like that, so I wouldn't want to go back to that. But I do like the idea of the shields actually working the way I would expect a shield to work. Get that over there, though. Got to figure out my layout here a little bit. I want one side for fuel, as you can see. No, it won't transfer. I need this. Yeah, I either need the line to go down the side of it. Yeah, that's what I should do there. No, I don't want that. Okay, we'll move it out a bit then. Want to be so damn difficult? But yeah, there's a lot of things I could see that could be very handy in this game that we don't have. I would actually like to see a 2-way filter that would change direction with the conveyor line. And it wouldn't separate the conveyor line. Because like if you put a conveyor in the middle of a conveyor line, now you have 2 conveyor lines. That's alright for most things, but for what I would really like to see it do, I would like to see a or maybe even an omnidirectional filter. So if I switch the conveyors, and I use with that filter in line, it will switch all as one. Because there's a bunch of projects I've had that I've ran into problems because we don't have something like that. I think it'd be very handy, and I got a feeling that most would agree. We'll just do that. Get that back there, because I don't want it to be too far to the one way. Because I got to put them in. Yeah, there's our charging station and our sales department. Little protection for it. Now, my bubbles aren't really up high enough, so I might have to really take that into consideration. Do something about that. But that'll be for a different time. What do I want to do? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I only had one? Oh well, now we got another one. Oh, it's better. Okay, so what to do here? We got some extra room in the back. Yeah, that seems right. It really does. Well, they don't have the greatest range, but I bet you they hit really friggin' hard. I haven't done any testing with those, so, you know, something I gotta look into, maybe. We'll see them in action when we've hit our first enemy. Now, what do I want to do with that? Maybe put some lights on there? That could be kind of cool. Let's like that. Nah, yeah, I like that a little better. That'll shine light across that, so it'll help see. Fill in the holes. It's always good to be able to fill in the holes. But just like before, you know, I'm going to armor up as much as I can, make it as effective as possible. And from there, we will see what happens, Captain. Now, there's a few things I'm almost forgetting here, like one down. And I really would like to have a fuel gauge, but I don't have one as of yet. I'm not really going to worry about it just yet, I don't think. I do like these, though. I need a couple more of them. But I am running pretty low on the money. So, yeah, I might have to go and wait for more money to come in. Or I might have to do some of that crafting I was talking about. Not sure what route I want to go with yet. But that's looking like it's coming together pretty nicely. Let's give her a wee bit of a test here. Yep, see, I need saws up higher already. Yep. Damn treetops. So that's something we're going to work out eventually. We'll just see how often it does happen. I really don't want to have to shoot trees just to get through them, because I got it set up to hold a ton of wood. I figured if I can hold that amount of wood as I go through the trees, it's going to be handy, because you don't get much power out of them. Oh, that was brutal. So I want to be able to use it and store it as I get it. I don't have to chase it down. Okay, that's disappointing. It's not even touching. Okay, downside with having the drills pointing down. Maybe I should use those articulating ones. But I don't know if they actually move and wiggle. That's another thing I should really look into. Just because you run into something, I think they're more you have to use them like a gun. Or if you hit space, then they start to activate. I'm not sure yet. I have to figure, oh, I don't want to fall down there. I won't get back up that steep hill. I already know I got ground clearance issues there. Oh, right there even. That's not a very big hill either. So, well, ain't that a kick in the jump? Couldn't even back out of that one. Yeah, the back end's hitting, front end's hitting. We are scattered. Little build beam action we get out of her though. Okay, so what are we going to do? Can we slide around this side without falling down that edge? It's not looking good. So it looks like we're going to have to do a wee bit of modification. Which is alright. I don't mind. I'd rather find it out now while I'm testing than thinking I got, oh yeah, that's an awesome tech. It'll go over everything, and then it doesn't, and then it blows up because I got stuck in the worst possible time. That sucks balls. So what I'm pretty much going to do is rip all my wheels off. Seems like an idea at the time anyway. And we'll just move everything down one. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that should be good. Should be good. What the heck did I got going on here? Looks like I got a hole in there. I don't particularly like the hole. Huh. Put that in there. That should work. No, I guess it doesn't want to just be cooperative. Yeah, that's easier. Especially when it gets laggy. It's a lot of the time why I use just a single blocks for a lot of stuff. It's just quicker to place them than messing with the lagged out rotation or block orientation. Alright, so there's side 1. We'll get side 2 all wrapped up here. And hopefully this will cure a little bit of the problem, but I hope it doesn't raise it up too high where the rocks can get underneath me. That's the biggest pain in the nuts in most of the game, is when you don't see a rock in a big tech. Next thing you know, it's under you, and then you can't get off of it because of the weirdness that has happened. Oh, that one didn't stick. What are you doing, man? Stick in there. too good for that spot? You're not. You're supposed to stay where I put you, dang it. So I'm thinking this might work out quite nicely. Oh yeah, those treads. I better lower them down a bit, or they won't be doing half as much as they should be. Oh, how'd that get in there? Oh well, we'll use it. Yeah. Get you into there. Oh wow, we are running low on lots of stuff, aren't we? Well, I guess we'll use these. It's okay. They're on the bottom. They shouldn't take too much damage. Not too much should be able to get to there. At least I hope. Uh-oh. I don't like it when things are doing that. At least my cabs didn't do that. The whole damn thing would have fell apart. And when you get into builds this big, sometimes the undo button does not undo. Sometimes it just undoesn't. Which really sucks. I think that'd be a better spot for the anchor too, as long as it can still anchor. Clean that out. There, now how are we doing? Oh, look at that. She wants to climb that hill. Barely scraping those drills by it though. There we are. So that's an improvement already. I'm liking that. Clean up a little bit. A little more like that. I'm liking the looks of the front too so far. Now it is not done, so don't think this is a completed tech yet. But it's getting closer. But there's no way I'll call it finished yet. Like that? No, I think I'm going to have to put that. It's in the way of the Bertha cannon. The Bertha can. Put that there. Yeah. I can get behind something like that. Yeah, we'll use a double. Yeah, that's what we need. That'll get us some more tree killing capability. Because that is one thing we do really need. So I do not like getting stuck by a tree when I kind of really should be able to just run it over. Now, I could understand it doing a bit of damage to my truck, but it shouldn't stop me dead when I'm this size. But I'm thinking right around in here, I'm going to call this one at just about an end. So while I finish up a few little minor touches, I would like to thank you once again for joining me. And if you did enjoy what you saw, maybe it helped you, maybe it inspired you, please leave that like down below, some comments, you know, even if it's just a hello. It's more than just a hello to me. It's always frickin' awesome. And that's the kind of awesome you guys bring to a YouTube channel. And hey, don't forget about that subscription, dinging of the bell. The rest of the description has some useful links in it. And why not bring some friends, tell some friends, share with friends, help the good ones happen. But until that next time, just keep being the awesome, keep having a good one. Bye.